I need the scoop.
A near-fatal car accident becomes a shocking case of corporate fraud when an injured employee is suddenly hit with a $40,000 debt. Today, we're diving into a Reddit story where 3 company insiders attempted an outrageous financial scheme against their own injured co-worker. You won't believe how this twisted tale of workplace betrayal unfolds, revealing just how far some people will go to exploit someone during their most vulnerable moments.
I was on my way home from work in my company car when I was hit almost head-on by a drunk driver. He was found at fault by the police and the insurance company and was charged and convicted. His insurance settled with the company and gave them a payout of $40,000 to replace the car, which the company lawyer accepted. I am still off work recovering from my injuries and I probably won't be back for 3 more months. Last month I received a letter from the company stating that I owed them the cost of the car because I was the one responsible for it when it was totaled and written off. I thought it was a mistake or something, so I called the insurance company, got written confirmation of the settlement, and sent it in to them with a note that the car had already been paid for by the insurance company. Now they have sent me to a collection agency and I have debt collectors calling saying I owe $40,000. I live in California. When I contacted my employer about this situation, they told me I have to talk to the debt collector since it is in their hands now. The drunk driver's insurance company had paid them $40,000 as a settlement to replace the car. This was accepted by the company lawyer in a letter and payment was sent. Despite this, my company is the one that sent me to the collection agency. Do I call the insurance company to let them know, or do I need to get a lawyer? Is them calling the debt collector even legal? I plan to call the insurance company first thing Monday morning to see what they say, but I'm concerned I might need to get an attorney involved to cut through this red tape. Sorry if these questions seem stupid, but I'm already stressed enough from trying to recover from my injuries, and this has just made everything worse.
The community rallied behind the original poster, with legal experts unanimously confirming this demand was completely unlawful. Despite providing proof of the insurance settlement, the company continued their harassment through aggressive debt collectors. 2 months later, with mounting stress hampering their physical recovery, the original poster made a decision that would expose a criminal conspiracy no one saw coming.
I was almost killed by a drunk driver while I was driving a company car. The drunk driver's insurance paid the Blue Book value of $40,000 to the company, but I was sent to collections and told that I owed them $40,000 for the car because I didn't return it to them in the condition which they gave it to me. No one at the company or the collections agency would help me, and they just sent me back and forth. The company told me to talk to collections, and collections told me to talk to the company. I ended up getting a lawyer because the stress of being hounded by collections was setting back my recovery. The lawyer sent a very strongly worded letter to someone high up that I couldn't reach myself because I kept getting the runaround. That person didn't know anything about it and the company launched an investigation. The 3 people who kept giving me the runaround ended up being charged with fraud and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know much, but the police say they have emails and they think the 3 were planning on keeping the payment for themselves since the company was already paid. They're also in trouble for fraudulently using company resources to send me to collections for a fake debt. Afterward, my company wrote me a letter of apology. They paid the costs for my lawyer and made sure the debt was removed from my record. They also made a donation to a charity of my choice. I'm nearly ready to return to work, but they told me to take as much time as I need. After talking with the police, I believe the higher-ups were not aware because the police say the 3 were trying to keep it a secret. The drunk driver's insurance is paying all my bills related to the incident, so I won't have debt from this ever. All in all, I'm doing much better. I would like to thank everyone who offered advice and encouragement and sent me supportive messages. You were all so helpful, and I appreciate it.
Sometimes the greatest threats come from those we should be able to trust the most. If you've ever experienced workplace betrayal or deception, share your story in the comments below. Subscribe to stay updated on more cases of justice served and corporate accountability, and check out our other videos exploring the complex dynamics of trust in professional relationships.